And welcome back to the new home Oklahoma Sportscene here inside the Wee Street Ice Center. With 140,000 square foot premier entertainment and dining complex here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Featuring one of the area's largest sports bars. Pucks, come on in and enjoy. And hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Take a look at our show lineup. It's a good one for you this week. Featuring Chad Weiberg. He is the Vice President, Athletic Director at Oklahoma State University. He'll talk to us about their hiring new basketball coach Steve Lutz and much more. All things Cowboys coming up on the show. Tulsa Oilers Indoor Professional Football League team opened up with a home victory to start the season off. We'll have a special guest, one of their outstanding players who made a couple big plays in that game last week. Another type of football, FC Tulsa soccer football. Mario Sanchez, their head coach, technical director, joins us on the set to catch up on the season and start 1-1 so far with the lads from FC Tulsa. And it's play ball time here in Tulsa. Tulsa Drillers start their first home series of the 2024 Texas League AA season, hosting the Arkansas Travelers. The game's Tuesday through Sunday here. We'll have one of their inside people, Taylor Levesey, is going to talk to us about their community relations, about some special promotions. He has a special friend with him too. Kind of nostalgic one you'll, baseball fans of the Oilers past will enjoy. And we have final Kentucky Derby prep races. The major prep races for the 150th Kentucky Derby will run this past weekend in New York, Kentucky, and California. We'll show them to you. We go trackside in Oklahoma City then for Day's Remington Race Report. But first, let's begin with our Tulsa World Hot Topics. Well, the 2023-24 college basketball season is over. In Cleveland, at the women's final Sunday, it was number 1 South Carolina, finishing off a perfect 38-0 season with that 87-75 win over Iowa. It also marked the end of the incredible record-breaking career of the Hawkeyes guard Caitlin Clark. She added 30 points to her all-time scoring record, one of 45 new records she now holds in women's basketball. Then this past Monday night, the men wrapped up their season in Phoenix. 2 number 1 seeds met Connecticut, number 1 seed, and Purdue, a number 1 seed, to decide the championship there. And welcome back home to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The team returned after an 8-game, 10-day road marathon. They won Sunday 121-118 in Charlotte. They now end the regular season this Sunday with 4 straight home games. The Thunder finished with its 6th best road record ever, 24-17. They start the final homestand at 53-25. They've already clinched a high playoff spot in the Western Conference. And you know it's truly spring when the Masters gets underway. 80th edition, April 11th to the 14th at the famed Augusta National Golf Course. It's the first of golf's 4 majors. Busy weekend in Tulsa for sports this past weekend. Tulsa Indoor Professional Football League team kicked off its second home season this past Saturday night, April 6th, beating the Iowa Barnstormers 39-31. Got one of their star players to talk about the game tonight. Tulsa Ice Holders finished a 3-game series in Wichita. Now looking forward to finishing up here at home. Their final home game Friday, April the 14th against Allen at 4:05. That's the final regular season home game. Hopefully some playoff games coming after that. FC Tulsa Soccer Club opened its home season last Saturday night. Hard-fought 3-3 draw against defending league champion Phoenix Rising FC, giving them 2 penalty kicks. Coming up, our special guest, the club's first-year head coach, technical director, Mario Sanchez. Next, you'll meet Oklahoma State's new head basketball coach, Steve Lutz, and hear from the athletic director, Chad Weiberg. You Cowboy fans, get ready. A lot of Oklahoma State Cowboy news coming up right after the break.
Tulsa Oilers hockey at the BOK Center. The ultimate experience of hockey and entertainment. Save big on season tickets today. Full season tickets starting as low as $17 per month for all 36 home games. Get your season tickets at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. Season tickets available now at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Oilers hockey.
As the sun rises over eastern Oklahoma, we are devoted to one thing: improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends, your neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
It's time. Time to get back to the basics. Time to meet up with family and friends. Time to play ball. It's time to cheer on your Tulsa Drillers. It's Hornsby time. It's Tulsa time in the heart of the city. It's time to fire it up.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
The Remington Park Casino is always open for jackpot gaming. The winning action never ends. Enjoy great food and drinks in the Bricktown Brewery, open daily at 11 a.m. Simulcast racing is offered every day, featuring North America's best tracks. Visit the Club Remington desk for player card membership and begin earning points and rewards. The jackpots are always flowing. The next one could be yours at Remington Park.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys introduced their 21st men's head basketball coach last week, Steve Lutz of Western Kentucky. The official announcement was made in a press conference on the floor of the historic Gallagher-Iba Arena. The athletic director, Chad Weiberg, and new coach Steve Lutz, looking on as the university president, Dr. Casey Schrum, made the hiring announcement.
The measure of a process is actually the outcome. And let me tell you, I think we had an outstanding process. This search brought to us the very best coach to lead OSU men's basketball into a new era. Chad, because of your leadership, our men's basketball program has a bright future.
I'm obviously extremely honored to be here today. I'm extremely honored to be the basketball coach here at Oklahoma State University. There's certain things in life that fit. And when you arrive, you know that you've arrived at home. And this is one of those days for me and my family. There's absolutely no questions about that.
I'm joined now by our video Zoom call with the athletic director, vice president of Oklahoma State University, Chad Weiberg, from his office at Stillwater, Oklahoma there. Chad, congratulations on your hire. Tell us more about the process.
Hey, good morning, and thank you. Appreciate the chance to visit with you. So, the good thing was there was a lot of interest in the job, and so it was important, I think, for me to really kind of take our time during the process. I've said that, I hope this is the only basketball coach that I ever hire, or the last one that I hire here. And so, because I did view it as a very long-term, decision. I know there's obviously there's a lot of interest in the short term in the job, and that creates a lot of speculation, a lot of questions, and with the portal and all of those things, I know that there are pressures to make a decision as quick as you can, but I really was viewing this as a long-term decision, and I didn't want to rush anything, and so really wanted to do the due diligence, talk to as many people as we could, and we did that, and I think ended up with a great result from it.
So what were your requirements? What were you looking for in a new head men's basketball coach for Oklahoma State?
Yeah, so the profile that we built of what we were looking for, felt like it was important for us to get somebody that had head coaching experience and had been successful as a head coach. Obviously wanted to, get a sense for, for how they handle the new environment that is, coaching in today's world with putting rosters together, kind of on an annual basis, dealing with the portal, dealing with all of those things. And so that was important. And then the other thing that we were really looking for is just the fit. And there's a lot of things that go into that word, and a lot of things that you probably think might go into that word that I wasn't really concerned about. But I think somebody that, had some familiarity with this part of the country. And I think that's important from a recruiting standpoint. Somebody that, one of the things that I really, really liked about Steve is just how he had sort of come up through the business. I mean, he had worked at every level, started at the very kind of bottom level of college basketball, had worked his way up all through the different levels of basketball, had really paid his dues, and in the process had made, a lot of connections with people around the country, and particularly in this part of the country. And, obviously was not afraid to work. And we know that all of these jobs are really hard work, but when you're trying to kind of rebuild a program, it's, takes a lot of effort. And so it was just all of those things, I think, that added up to sort of why I thought he was not only a really good coach, but a really good coach that was the best fit for our program.
So during the process, Chad, how is the Oklahoma State program viewed nationally? And I'd have to think the great legacy that university has of Mr. Iba and the Suttons had a lot to play in that too.
Yeah, I think absolutely. Everyone that we talked to, whether it was coaches or anyone else, they know kind of the history of Cowboy basketball. And that was the great thing about it in the process, is it wasn't like I was selling a dream, right? Or trying to sell something that had never happened here before. It has happened here before. And everyone that we talked to was well aware of that. And so, I think there's so many good things. Obviously, we've got a great fan base. We've got people who care. And that's I think the number one thing that all coaches want to get into an opportunity where they know that people care about it. And our people are very knowledgeable about basketball. They love the game of basketball. They know about the game of basketball. And I think that is because they've been taught by Mr. Iba and Coach Sutton about that. And then the other thing is that we are in the Big 12 conference, and it is the best basketball conference in the country. It's been kind of unquestioned in that regard by all the rankings. I think 9 out of the last 11 years. And so there's really, really good coaches that you have the opportunity to go up against every night here in the Big 12 conference. And I think that is viewed as an opportunity, at least by the kind of coaches that we were interested in and talking to.
After Legacy popped up again the other night, Chad, they're celebrating University of Connecticut's great accomplishment, back-to-back national men's basketball championships. But I said, wait a minute, it all started with Mr. Iba and Stillwater back in the 40s.
That's right. We were the first school to ever win back-to-back NCAA championships under Coach Iba in 1945 and 46. So that has gotten a lot of play with the repeat of UConn. And so that's always good to see our brand and our logo pop up in that conversation.
Well, Steve Lutz certainly hasn't backed down from a challenge. He's even talking about we're going to the Final Four. He's ready.
Absolutely. That is the goal. And again, I think that the great thing about it is it's not like that's never happened here before. We have been there before, and kind of even in the modern era of basketball is what I would say. And so we know it's possible, and Coach Lutz believes that we can get back there, and that's exactly what we were looking for, is somebody that had that sort of confidence and would put a plan together to move us in that direction.
Well, you're certainly have some good past performances here. You're hire of our women's basketball coach. Certainly worked out great. She had the greatest turnaround of any program over the past few years.
Yeah, absolutely. She had a great first year, and this year, we ran into a lot of injuries. We just it was pretty remarkable how many injuries we were dealing with through the year. But the team just kept fighting, kept battling. We beat West Virginia late in the season, and every time I looked up, they were substituting three players at a time into the game, and we were playing, I think, with like 5.5 the entire game, and we're able to win. It's a really gutsy, determined play down the stretch by the Cowgirls. And, West Virginia went deep into the tournament. And so it just shows you we were still right there and fighting late into the season. So hopefully we can stay healthy next year. That's obviously a big part of it in every sport, right? Is just to get lucky and to stay healthy. And so look forward to getting back on a run for Cowgirl basketball next year as well.
Chad, you got to be excited about the spring sports team's accomplishments. In fact, I just got off the phone with your incredible long-time equestrian coach, Mario Sanchez. My gosh, 10 Big 12 championships, heading to the Nationals now. What a job he's done.
Yeah, incredible. He's the one and only coach we've ever had here in the equestrian program. And good news is he's still pretty young, so he can go a lot longer. And No, he's done a great job with the equestrian program, and look forward to seeing what they do down at nationals. But yeah, we've had a great year. It started with the men's cross country team winning the national championship, our 53rd national championship overall. The women's cross country team had their highest finish in history, finished number 3 in the country. Of course, Cowgirl tennis program is ranked number 1 in the country right now, and we will be hosting the Big 12 Conference Championships through the regionals, and then obviously the national championships will be here in Stillwater this year. So looking forward to that. Softball is currently ranked in the top 6 in the country, depending on what poll you're looking at. Cowboy indoor track and field finished number 7 in the country. Cowgirl indoor track and field finished number 8 in the country. Cowboy wrestling finished number 10 in the country. And of course, Cowboy football finished with another 10-win season, a bowl game win over Texas A&M, and finished in number 16 in the country. So we've had a great sports year so far, and look forward to adding on to it down the stretch. Obviously, if the tennis team wins the national championship, that will be our 54th NCAA championship, but it will be our first national championship on the women's side. So we're really looking forward to the possibility of that. And Coach Young's done a fantastic job this year and his whole career.
And you're getting ready to celebrate Mike Gundy's 20th season at Oklahoma State as your head football coach.
That's right. That's exactly right. Pretty remarkable run. And I think obviously a very key part to our success, I think, here is just the stability that we've had in football under Coach Gundy's leadership. And it seems to just continue to get better and better. I know that we're in the middle of recruiting right now. I think that seems to be going really well. So he and his staff are doing a great job. But yeah, I think, Chris, we've talked about this before. I think since 2010, Oklahoma State University is in the top 10 in the number of wins in the country. And the other 9 in that group are who you would consider to be the blue bloods of the sport of football. And we're right there with them in that time period under Coach Gundy. So yeah, really remarkable job that he's done here with the program, and just look forward to continuing to have great times ahead as we move into the new Big 12 Conference and the new college football playoff era.
Chad Weiberg, Vice President, Athletic Director at Oklahoma State University, looking for more national championships. Chad, thanks for joining us, and appreciate taking the time on Oklahoma Sports Scene.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back with more right after this.
Indoor football is back, Tulsa, and season tickets are going quick. Don't miss Saturday night entertainment starting as low as $9 a month. The Tulsa Oilers indoor football team kicks off again in March, Saturday nights, 7 p.m. BOK Center. Season tickets are on sale now. Go to TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com. Get your season tickets now. Don't miss your chance to experience the fast-paced, helmet-hitting, pad-popping excitement of professional indoor football. TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family-owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
My name is Dr. Brittany Els. Here at Tulsa Bone and Joint Urgent Care, we treat a lot of athletes for wrist injuries, anything from sprains and fractures, elbow and shoulder injuries. Right here on site, we have the ability to do x-rays for your student athlete. We also have the ability to put them in a wrist brace or a knee brace if needed. And we have the ability to refer them to an orthopedic surgeon for follow-up care. We're an orthopedic urgent care, and we have a walk-in availability. You don't need an appointment. One of the things that makes our urgent care unique is that it is physician-run. We appreciate being able to care for your student athletes.
It's time. Time to get back to the basics. Time to meet up with family and friends. Time to play ball. It's time to cheer on your Tulsa Drillers. It's Hornsby time. It's Tulsa time in the heart of the city. It's time to fire it up.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
Our Tulsa Oilers Indoor Professional Football League team took them to the entire season to win their first home game last year. They got to a great start this past weekend, the home opener, and they won it. Thanks a lot part to this young man right here. Romon Morris joins us here on Oklahoma Sports Scene, defensive back, number 0. Ramon, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Tulsa Oilers?
Yes, sir.
I said they couldn't even give you a number. Now tell me about 0. It means something for you, though.
Yeah, 0 kind of means, giving 0 chances in my life, being overlooked a lot of times. So I feel like that number stood out to me, and it means a lot when I put it on and wear it, because it reminds me of the chances that I was really given and opportunities. So that's what it means.
Give us some of your football background. So home of the Kentucky Derby, Louisville, Kentucky native, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I started playing when I was 7. Played up, to this point. Played with the Bismarck Bucks in 2022 before tearing my ACL. I led the lead in interceptions before that with 4 in 7 games, and I got healthy, went back to rehab, and played with the Quad City Stingwheelers the last 5 games into the playoffs last year. So really, it's my first year being fully healthy, and I feel great. And the opportunity Coach Jones brought to me to Tulsa, I couldn't pass it up.
And how important is this type of football where it gives you that really second opportunity to, you're all looking, of course, the big prize NFL type things, but it's a great way to get noticed.
Yeah, it's a great way to get noticed. It's a great league, great opportunity, great guys, and a lot of great talent in this league. So second chances is big, and I'm glad that this league offers that and people, take this league serious.
All right, well, let's talk about that opener, 39-31 victory over Iowa, and you were key in that with a couple of interceptions. Describe those plays for us. Talk about your plays.
Really, it was just film study, knowing what being on the right, being on the field, where to be on the field. So that first interception on the tip ball, you got to love those because you never know where the ball is going to go. So me being in the right spot, made that first interception, and then the second one, I had to get that one. When I get interceptions like in college, it comes in spurts. Like I had 3 interceptions one game in college and 2 touchdowns returned. So my picks come in spurts, and I'm grateful to be able to have the ball skills that I do to make those plays.
What are your impressions of this football team early in the season?
Great. It's a brotherhood, and I knew that since day one of camp. Since brought in March 2nd, I knew that guys was hungry and they didn't want to have a season like last year with some of the guys that were returning from that team last year. They, have a bad taste in their mouth, knowing they could have finished a lot of games that went, bad for them last year.
And our head coach, Marvin Jones. Talk about a guy you can really look up to, and this guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Coach Jones definitely knows what he's talking about. If he gets on you, it's all hard love, and at the end of the day, he's an 11-year NFL vet, Hall of Fame college football player, so you want to take, knowledge from him any chance you can get. So,
Ramon, I know you're a guy with second chances. You're always looking to improve.
Yes, sir.
What are you focused on? What do you want to improve on most in your position, defensive back?
Just really, small things, just being in the right spots when my game's going to take me to where it needs to take me. Because if I'm film study, I love watching film. I love being prepared for the next opponent so I can do great on the field.
It looks like this team's done a good job, too, of offense and defense kind of complementing each other, picking each other up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, because we go battle each other every day in practice, and people don't see that. And we have one of the best receiving cores, even the best offense in the league. And I can't wait till it start clicking like it's supposed to. And like I said, we condone one each other and we lift each other up every day. So.
Seeing the improvement as well at quarterback. That's, of course, the key position.
Yes, sir. Quarterback is key position. He takes all the heat. Win, lose, or draw.
That's right.
Quarterback takes all the heat. Yeah. So I'm glad, with Smith being there, a veteran quarterback being in this league for some years, so he knows what he's doing out there.
Ready for a bus ride?
Yeah, it's going to be along with the Sioux Falls, man, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, Sioux Falls is the opponent coming up for the Tulsa Oilers. Then you can finally get back home here, and looking forward to that as well. But I tell you, off to a good start. That home victory to start the season with that here was really important.
Yeah, it felt good. It felt, being at home in front of the fans and being able to do things in front of this crowd, which will support us dearly. It was a great feeling, and I can't wait to, do it again April 20th when Frisco comes in town.
That's right. First at Sioux Falls again this Saturday, April the 14th, 3:05 kickoff there. Any scouting report on Sioux Falls? What do you know about those guys?
No, we just, got to do us, be in the right position, make plays. We haven't really broken down film yet, which we will do this week, but they have some great players on that end. I know a couple guys familiar face on that end, so it's gonna be a battle testing, and I know we're gonna get the job done.
This is Romon Morris, our defensive back for the Tulsa Oilers football team. I know an opponent coming up next for Tulsa here at home, April the 20th, Frisco, 7:05, and we know enough about them already. Lots of tough overtime game in the season opener.
Yeah, it was a tough one. You know, I knew that it was going to be a tough one going in with them being the top team in this league for the last, 5 or 6 years. So we played very well and we were real confident, and I knew that we'd get that chance again when they come to our home turf.
And hopefully keep the Red River Rumble trophy here, right?
Oh, yeah, we keeping it here April 20th. We ain't going back to Frisco, Texas. I know that.
So you fans get ready for that April the 20th, BOK Center. It's the Red River Rumble Part 2. We lost to Frisco in overtime down there, 31-25 to start the season. But now this team's on a roll into South Dakota this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Make number 0 proud.
Always.
Your ultimate goals are?
Just win. Ultimate goal is to win, get the job done, and move on to next week. 1-0 every week, and we'll get the job done.
All the best, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you having me.
Good. Romon Morris, our defensive back for the Tulsa Oilers football team. Come right back with another type of football, soccer. And the head coach, Mario Sanchez of FC Tulsa, joins us on the set right after this break.
Indoor football is back, Tulsa, and season tickets are going quick. Don't miss Saturday night entertainment starting as low as $9 a month. The Tulsa Oilers indoor football team kicks off again in March, Saturday nights, 7 p.m., BOK Center. Season tickets are on sale now. Go to TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com. Get your season tickets now. Don't miss your chance to experience the fast-paced, helmet-hitting, pad-popping excitement of professional indoor football. TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we are devoted to one thing: improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends, your neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
It's time. Time to get back to the basics. Time to meet up with family and friends. Time to play ball. It's time to cheer on your Tulsa Drillers. It's Hornsby time. It's Tulsa time in the heart of the city. It's time to fire it up.
The Remington Park Casino is always open for jackpot gaming. The winning action never ends. Enjoy great food and drinks in the Bricktown Brewery, open daily at 11 a.m. Simulcast racing is offered every day, featuring North America's best tracks. Visit the Club Remington desk for player card membership and begin earning points and rewards. The jackpots are always flowing. The next one could be yours at Remington Park.
Welcome back to the Weed Street Ice Center. Joining us now, head coach of the FC Tulsa side. Doing a heck of a job at 1-1-1 to start the season, Mario Sanchez. Mario, good to have you back here on Oklahoma Sports Team, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Last time was introductory. Now we got you to work. Talk about the season so far, and what's your outlook, and how do you think the lads have played so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Like you said, we're 1-1-1. We've had 2 tough games on the road. Opened up at Vegas with a really good win, 3-1. Next game at Orange County, and for the most part played well. We had an unfortunate injury in the end of warm-up. Phil Goodrum, one of the leading scorers in the league and from last year, literally a minute before we were done warming up, he had a small calf strain. Did not start off well that game, but ended up playing a really good second half. And then this last Friday night, we talked about entertainment, and I think we had a really entertaining game.
The home opener against the reigning champion of the league, right? Phoenix Rising FC. And Coach, I know you're trying to be hospitable and a good host, but 2 penalty kicks in a 3-3 tie.
Yeah, it's we start off really, really positive. We the whole week we talked about home opener, starting off positive, getting the crowd behind us. And 1 minute in, we score, and we were playing great, complete control, 35 minutes, and we just honestly we lost our way for about 5 minutes and gave up 2 goals in that 5 minutes. Then regrouped, had a really good second half, came back and scored 2 corner kicks, and for the most part under control, up 3-2, and then gave up. And It was a penalty. I mean, quite honestly, it was, and let them back in it, and then just couldn't get the fourth goal to win it.
Okay, let's talk about our goals. Describe those and the guys in charge of it there.
Yeah, so my idea of philosophy-wise is to be really high pressing, very aggressive. And right off the kickoff, we earned a corner literally off the kickoff, and got the corner in. And part of the second phase, they clear it, and Stefan ended up scoring a really, really nice goal. And like I say, just overall, like the first 35 minutes, exactly what my idea for this team is moving forward. High pressing, a lot of opportunities. We actually missed 2 one-on-ones after that. So I'm starting to see pieces that I really like. We just need to be more consistent for 90 minutes.
Talk about the crowd atmosphere. What did you think of One Oak Field?
Oh, it was great. I guess afterwards it was the biggest home opener that FC Tulsa's had.
Yeah.
So that was great to hear that people are behind us. It was it was better than I thought. I mean, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. They got the fireworks going on, but the crowd was loud, and it was nice to see after the game. I think the appreciation for what the players put into it.
Now another trip to the West Coast this weekend. Talk about that. A tough opponent.
Yeah, right back on the road again to Sacramento, who actually won the West Coast last year, the Western Division. I'm pretty sure they may have been number 1 overall in the whole USL. Great team. They get upwards of 10,000, 10 to 12,000 a game. So it's going to be a hostile environment. They return almost their whole team and a couple actually additions. They're off to a good start, so it's going to be another great opportunity to challenge us.
And if you FC Tulsa fans, you're back home April the 20th, right?
Yep.
That's Charleston. What do we know about that side?
Lost to Phoenix in the final. So
didn't do anything with that schedule, did they?
Yeah, the first 5-6 games this year, we really get to learn about ourselves. So no, look, you have to play everybody. Yeah, I actually like those games. I love them because as a player, you want to play against the best. Yeah. And as a coach, I want to challenge myself against the best. So we're learning a lot about ourselves, but we're handling ourselves well. We've a couple of new additions came in, and so now for the most part the roster's settled. We had our last 2 additions last week join the team, a young man from Colombia, Edwin, and then goalkeeper Joey from Holland. So now everyone's here, so really now we have opportunity to finally work together.
There's our early meetings we have with you, Mario, and with the fans, and I was so impressed with how this club really has expanded to an international level. Yeah. A lot of emphasis on finding players anywhere around the world for us.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Menta, the new sporting director, and I, it's been a really good partnership. He's always searching for kind of like that old cliche, what's under the rock, what I mean? Right. And he's done a great job doing that. And now it's up to me to mesh it all together.
To say after 3 matches, 1-1 record, what have you learned about this team at this point?
2 big things. One, we have great character. How we're starting games is fantastic. That means that the guys are ready from the first whistle. And then, even the Orange County game we went down, we fought back and played a really good second half. And then obviously the last game going down 2-1, they showed me a lot of character to come back up in 3-2. And so I love the character of the team. The second part is that we can play with anybody. What we did with Phoenix, Orange County's undefeated right now. And so I actually feel really good about where we're at. That, again, we knew we have a lot of work to do, but I think we have the talent again, our goal is to make the playoffs, so I like where we're at.
You say this is pretty much a set roster, or may there be some other additions along the way?
For the most part, it's set. You're always looking as a coach.
Yeah, right.
If there's any opportunity to make the team better, we have to be smart about it. But at the same time, I want us to settle, because like I said, we just got done bringing in everybody last week. So now it's just to get a few games under our belt, see where everybody's at, and then come the summer. In soccer, there's really no closed window until late. So we do have the opportunity, if we feel we're missing a piece, or if there's an injury, that we could add if needed.
Now, Mario, when they introduced you the first time, I remember it was the head coach and our first technical director.
Right.
And what's that?
So really overseeing the soccer aspect of the club, because eventually we do want to have some youth programming. Right. We want to have an academy where we get the best young kids from the greater Tulsa area that come in and train with us. We actually have one young boy that participated in the camp, and he did well, so we've kept him on training with us. And then overseeing really the all soccer side. So Alex Menta, the sporting director, in essence is like a GM, right? He's out there looking for players. As I do, and then for my side of it, I get to, make sure that as we grow as a club, that it's all the same philosophy whether it's with the pro team or eventually the youth players.
Now we talk about your offensive philosophy, and I remember we made a big point. You're going to run and run
right.
and run, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and it's totally true. I mean, that's one thing. The crowd after the game, people came up to me and said, "Look, they love the style, and we're scoring goals. We're very attack-minded, and I've told people, look, this is entertainment. It's professional sports. Obviously, we want to win. We want to win championships.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think it's our job is to entertain our local crowd and make sure they want to come back for more.
I like the way you're really working in the community as well,
Yep.
Not only for the fans, but the youth as well. A very important part of it.
Yeah, we got camps going on, and we actually visited the Children's Hospital about a week and a half ago.
That's great.
Yeah, myself and 5 of the players. I think that's super important to make sure that we give back. You know what I mean? And people have been so generous to us, and they're supporting us. We got to make sure we continue to give back.
Well, my wife has always told me that there are no better looking athletes in the world than soccer players. I'm sure your wife agrees right over there.
I hope so.
That's why she'll come to the matches too.
That's right.
Again, our next match at home, April the 20th. Charleston comes in for that. Mario, thanks for taking the time.
Always, Chris. Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tulsa Oilers baseball. Their homestand gets underway this week. We'll have an inside for you right after this break.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
Tulsa Oilers hockey at the BOK Center. The ultimate experience of hockey and entertainment. Save big on season tickets today. Full season tickets starting as low as $17 per month for all 36 home games. Get your season tickets at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. Season tickets available now at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Oilers hockey.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
It's time. Time to get back to the basics. Time to meet up with family and friends. Time to play ball. It's time to cheer on your Tulsa Drillers. It's Hornsby time. It's Tulsa time in the heart of the city. It's time to fire it up.
Well, the Tulsa Drillers opened up their 2024 Texas League baseball season, home season that is, this past Tuesday. Runs through this Sunday with the Arkansas Travelers in town. Tell us all about it, some of the special promotions. Guy is in charge of community relations as well. Taylor Levacy, and Kelly, you brought a friend with you. Tell me about your buddy.
Yes,
here.
I did. I got Oily the Oiler. He's one of our mascots that we've got going with us this season. I don't know if we had enough room for Hornby, but we could definitely fit Oily in on this one. So Oily wanted to come on by, especially when I'm wearing his hat. He was like, hey, we got to show who I'm wearing. So
now I'm old enough that I remember Oily from the old Tulsa Oilers day at the old ballpark, right?
Yep, indeed. Yep. He was more of a cartoonish mascot back in the 50s, the 60s, and the early 70s, back when we were known as the Tulsa Oilers baseball team. Not to be confused with the football or the hockey team now, but yeah. So we decided that we wanted to continue embracing our history. Baseball's been in Tulsa professionally longer than Oklahoma's been a state.
Wow.
So
yeah.
we want to dedicate that history and honor it and all that stuff. So we thought, you know what, why don't we freeze him from the frozen ice, kind of like Captain America, and bring him, and he brought his surprise appearance on 4th of July last year, and we have him on the patch. You want to show him your sleeve right there? He's on his own patch.
There he goes, yeah.
He's one of our alternate hats and everything that the players will wear on the field. So he, Hornby didn't go anywhere. Hornby's still with us as well. He just, I think facing-wise, we needed to bring
He
him.
couldn't get in there, that's right. I'll tell you, there's nothing that helps promotions better than a winning ball club. And they came off a road trip that was incredible, starting in Northwest Arkansas last week and come back to Tulsa, 3-0, scored, 29 runs in those 3 games.
Yes, and we did it in a multitude of different ways. We started off on opening night for the opening night of the whole season, just exploded with the bats. And then we thought we'd let Northwest Arkansas have us in the first half, and then we were like, no, we're going to take the win, and we just kept on coming back. So I'm definitely excited. It seems like we're going to have a great season all along.
You mentioned the Arkansas series began here on Tuesday. We tape our show Monday, and of course air Wednesday, Friday, Saturday night. So let's talk about some of the promotions coming up for the fans, and this is really exciting.
Absolutely. This one right here is going to be our Scott Hennessy bobblehead. For those of you guys that are not familiar, Scott Hennessy is our manager. He's actually the second winningest manager in Drillers history, only behind Bobby Jones. But he had really become an icon in and of himself for Tulsa.
Well, starting his 7th season here this year.
Indeed, yes. I actually remember when I first started as a full-time intern here, he came in mid-season. The team was sort of 50-50 on the percentage, and he came in and took the locker room level to a whole nother standard, went on like this crazy win streak at home, was starting to set off records. And then we went into the Texas League champion multiple times. We actually won the Texas League championship in 2018 under his management. So he had been absolutely a fan favorite. Sometimes fans will come to the game just to see Scott Hennessy.
And Taylor, this is Thursday night, right?
This will be on Thursday night for the first 1,000.
What do you have for Friday night?
Friday night's going to be our breast cancer awareness night, but it's going to be with the most exciting fireworks show that we can start the season off. Continuing on, we had it for opening night on Tuesday, but we got our Friday night fireworks every single Friday night. It's going to be an explosive night.
And we're famous for the Tulsa Drillers fireworks, and I think Mike Malega was here earlier. It said like the 24 nights for 2024 seasons. So
yes, I believe I've heard the rumors in the office that we're going to keep this going up until like 2042 or something like that. So
gosh.
It might get to a point where you guys are sick of fireworks, but as of right now, we're ready to entertain the fans and everything.
Right. Big weekend. Let's talk about game times and about promotions on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. So on Saturday, we are going to be giving away these Driller hoodies.
Oh, nice.
For our fans.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fantastic. Last year we did sort of a tannish beige looking color, but we thought we'd go with the blue style this year.
Our team colors, the Dodgers colors too.
Indeed, Dodger colors, and we got these in different sizes, so we will have them in youth large, adult mediums, adult XL, and an adult 2X and 3X as well.
I like that.
We got them for, there's some teams out there that they just do one size, and sorry, that's what you get, but we want to make sure that the kids of all ages and adults of all ages have the opportunity to get the hoodie. This will be to the first 1,000 fans on Saturday. Game's going to start at 7, and then on Sunday, we're going to give away the hat that I'm wearing, featuring my buddy Oily here.
Looks great.
We're going to be giving these hats out away on Sunday, but that's going to be an afternoon game.
Right.
That game, first pitch will be at 1 o'clock. We're going to have some kids activity. Kids get the eat free voucher.
Wow.
Then they also get the kids run the bases. Hornsby has his bullpen club that parents can sign up and get free tickets for their kids to come out to the Sunday games as well.
It's a great sports bargain too. Tell us about the ticket prices and availabilities at
Ticket prices are just low as $8, but then we also have memberships as well that can make that a little bit cheaper for you guys or get you guys the right seat every single time. On Saturday, we're going to have an all-you-can-eat option available for $35 in our Busch Light Landing. So it's a lot of fun and a lot of exciting.
Great place for corporate events as well and family events, and some great suites available too during the season.
We still got some great dates, but they are going by quick. We've got suites, we've got party platforms. We actually just improved our party platform a little bit. Then we got our standard Osage Casino Picnic Pavilion. We've got the Busch Terrace, Busch Light Landing, the Budweiser Terrace. So yes, we can do birthday parties, we can do family reunions, high school reunion, corporate events, wedding celebrations, you name it. The nice thing about One Oak Field is we can do it all.
Taylor Levacy is also officially the Director of Community Relations. What does that entail, and how can people get involved with you and get some work with the Oilers?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the Director of Community Relations, so I oversee all of our youth programs, our nonprofit programs, and anything and everything related to the mascots such as Hornsby and Oily, case in point why he's joining me. And so I am happy to help out however I can. People can reach out to me on my email, taylor@tulsadrillers.com, and let me know how I can help out.
Always a great experience at One Oak Field, and I tell you, what year is this for One Oak Field now? It's my gosh, things.
We opened up in 2010.
Right, so 14, 15
this
seasons?
would be like our 14th season.
We had one COVID, of course. We had to go
but
through that,
technically, I'm going to count that because we did have the Texas Collegiate League. So while it may not have been professional baseball, we did have baseball here at this. So we've been in operation for 14
And
seasons.
the park looks just as nice as it did on opening day.
Yes,
You did a
indeed.
great job.
Yes, every time it's a new season, it's a fresh beginning. Everybody's talking about New Year's resolutions and New Year's and all that stuff. I'm like, that doesn't matter anymore. It's opening day. It's time for a new baseball.
Of course, you're always thinking about security. What are some of the rules in terms of what you can bring in the ballpark, what you can't? And also, there's no cash in the ballpark, right?
Correct. So we are cashless. Now we do allow small purses and everything. It is subject to be checked by our security, but we're not necessarily bringing any weapons or of that nature kind of a thing. But definitely bring a baseball glove. You never know when you're going to catch that foul ball. That's definitely going to be exciting. And then also, as you mentioned, yes, we are cashless, but we do have reverse ATM. So even if you're like, hey, I forgot my wallet, but I got a $20 bill, you got a machine that can convert that into a card format, and you can still be able to enjoy some of the night exciting food that we've got too.
Taylor Leversey, the Tulsa Drillers, our community director there, and well, they thank you for taking the time to make your appearance. You'll see them in the ballpark, of course. Great promotions coming up all week long. Baseball through Sunday here in Tulsa. The Tulsa Drillers hosting Arkansas. We'll come right back to take a look at 3 major Kentucky Derby prep races: New York, Kentucky, and California. That's next on Oklahoma Sports Scene.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
It's time. Time to get back to the basics. Time to meet up with family and friends. Time to play ball. It's time to cheer on your Tulsa Drillers. It's Hornsby time. It's Tulsa time in the heart of the city. It's time to fire it up.
As the sun rises over eastern Oklahoma, we are devoted to one thing: improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends, your neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Indoor football is back, Tulsa, and season tickets are going quick. Don't miss Saturday night entertainment starting as low as $9 a month. The Tulsa Oilers indoor football team kicks off again in March, Saturday nights, 7 p.m. BOK Center. Season tickets are on sale now. Go to TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com. Get your season tickets now. Don't miss your chance to experience the fast-paced, helmet-hitting, pad-popping excitement of professional indoor football. TulsaOilersFootball.com.
The final major Kentucky Derby prep races with 100 points each will run this past weekend coast to coast from New York, Kentucky to California as they get ready for the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby first Saturday in May at Churchill Downs. We start in New York, the Wood Memorial, Grade 2, worth $750,000. The horse to watch, number 1, Resilience, Hall of Fame jockey John Velasquez, wearing the dark blue silks with the bright green diamonds.
They're all making a charge for the lead. Lonesome Boy will have the lead here with Resilience, and now Resilience presses on, and Resilience is quickly up by 2, 3 widening lengths. Society Man is in the clear. Oh, we had a spill there. Deposition clipped heels and went down. It was Resilience who's opening up, is up by 2.5, 3 lengths. Society Man down towards the inside. Protective. Resilience is drifting out. It's Resilience who's clear, is up by 3 lengths now. Resilience will win the Wood. Society Man second. Protective. Lonesome Boy is going to finish 4th.
Number 1, Resilience, wins the Wood for Hall of Fame trainer Bill Mott and earns the 100 bonus points to put him in the starting gate for the Kentucky Derby. Now we head to Kentucky. Keeneland Racecourse, Lexington, Kentucky, for the 100th running of the Grade 1 $1 million Bluegrass Stakes. The big favorite, number 10, in the black silks, Sierra Leone.
Now, Sierra Leone is toward the center of the pack, looking toward the outside. 8 lengths to make up, just over a quarter mile to go. Top Connor is the leader. Epic Ride swings wide, just a touch between horses. Door Knock has to shift lanes along with Sierra Leone. That pair out in the center of the track, still 5 lengths off the lead as they move by the 8th pole. Just a touch has taken the lead from Top Connor. Sierra Leone is running on from the outside. A 16th to go. Sierra Leone comes forward for the lead and deep stretch and wins the Toyota Bluegrass for Tyler Gaffalione. Just a Touch was second. Epic Ride was third. 1 minute, 50.08 seconds.
The winner, Sierra Leone, a son of a top sire gun runner, was bred by Debbie Oxley of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Trained by Chad Brown, he'll be one of the favorites for the Run for the Roses. And finally now to California. Its signature Kentucky Derby prep race. It's the Grade 1, $750,000 Santa Anita Derby. 3-year-olds going 1.1 miles. A great stretch run here between number 4, the favorite, Imagination, and the second choice in the purple and green silks, number 3, Stronghold on the outside.
Imagination making his move past the quarter pole. EJ won the cup, running a good race on the outside. Tapalo is down at the rail, and Stronghold won from the outside. A driving finish. Stronghold bursts through between horses and is up to take the lead at the furlong pole. Imagination trying to match strides with him, and EJ won the cup in third. It's Imagination and Stronghold nose and nose in the Santa Anita Derby. Stronghold just in front, and Stronghold prevails under Antonio Fresu, who's jubilant, understandably, in this great moment, defeating Imagination.
Stronghold heading to Kentucky, earning the 100 bonus points, the best in the West. 3-year-old trained by Philip Diamato. 150th Kentucky Derby, run the first Saturday in May at Churchill Downs. We're back to our home track in Oklahoma City for this week's Remington Race Report right after the break.
The Remington Park Casino is always open for jackpot gaming. The winning action never ends. Enjoy great food and drinks in the Bricktown Brewery, open daily at 11 a.m. Simulcast racing is offered every day, featuring North America's best tracks. Visit the Club Remington desk for player card membership and begin earning points and rewards. The jackpots are always flowing. The next one could be yours at Remington Park.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
I'm Dale Day from Remington Park. You're catching the Remington Report here on Oklahoma Sportscene.
Hi, I'm Dr. Caleb Nelly with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso.
And I'm Dr. Ian Goodman with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso, and we are your team physicians for the Owasso Rams.
I'm Zach McGinty.
I'm Kate Grady.
I'm Destry Millsap. And we are the athletic trainers for the Owasso Rams.
Here's some of the services that we provide in the Tulsa Bone and Joint Athletic Training Facility.
Tulsa Oilers hockey at the BOK Center. The ultimate experience of hockey and entertainment. Save big on season tickets today. Full season tickets starting as low as $17 per month for all 36 home games. Get your season tickets at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. Season tickets available now at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Oilers hockey.
The first weekend in April brought stakes racing back to Remington Park, featuring races from the American Quarter Horse Association Challenge Series. Let's take a look at the highlights. Saturday night, the Oklahoma Breds were up first in the Mr. Jetmore Stakes for top older runners at 350 yards. They're off in the Mr. Jetmore. Good start, rocket start at the rail. Hooked and Gone is out by more than a length, just like that. Just Good Wine chasing in second. Then it's coming on with LS Jack's back. Farther out, Apolitical Payoff. Just Good Wine has the measure now of Hooked and Gone. They're on even terms, flying Apolitical Payoff. Just Good Wine by a head. Just Good Wine with a sharp rally as the wagering favorite came on and caught Hooked and Gone at the finish to get the victory for Guns Up Racing out of Lubbock, Texas. Toby Keaton, the trainer, his second win on Saturday night. Brian Candidosa, the winning jockey, his second win on Saturday night. Just Good Wine has won 4 of his last 5 races. This was his first start of 2024, and he made it a winning one, his 7th career victory as the wagering favorite. Hooked and Gone, a close second, held on for the second place, and the third was the 8 Apolitical Payoff, charging hard at the end. Just Good Wine, the winner of the Mr. Jetmore. It was the first victory in the Mr. Jetmore for all of the connections of Just Good Wine. The AQHA races were on Sunday. One around the turn for the Remington Park Distance Challenge. They're off in the Lip Chip Remington Distance Challenge. Good start. O'Donovan Rosa coming away sharply. So did Marcus Aurelius. Corn Fusion right there third as they get to the turn. From the outside, Rockulator gets in there fourth. Tight at the rail. That's Invincible Streak in traffic, having to take up a bit. Another 2 links. Dak now will have to rally wide. And at the back, it is Win Me Some Money. Quarter mile to go. And O'Donovan Rosa, Marcus Aurelius, and Corn Fusion, they battle up front. Off the turn, big opening inside for Invincible Streak to shoot through. O'Donovan Rosa by a nose over Marcus Aurelius. Outside, Rockulator with a full head of steam, trying to come on. Inside, Invincible Streak. Race on in the Lip Chip Remington Distance Challenge. O'Donovan Rosa reaches down to find more. Here comes Invincible Streak. Final yards. O'Donovan Rosa will win the Lip Chip Remington Distance Challenge by a length and a half. A very game effort by O'Donovan Rosa, who battled for the lead, took it over in the stretch, and then had to fend off Invincible Streak, who made a late rally up the rail. O'Donovan Rosa gets the score as the wagering favorite. First time winning this race for all of the connections of O'Donovan Rosa. Kelly Yother Equine of Culver City, California, trainer D. Keener, and jockey Roman Cruz. Oklahoma bred O'Donovan Rosa taking the AQHA Lip Chip Remington Distance Challenge at 870 yards. The finale Sunday was the Bank of America Remington Park Challenge for the older stakes runners at the classic distance of 440 yards. They're off in the AQHA Remington Park Championship Challenge. Great start at Trace of Eagle right there. Pretty Light chasing. Coming onto the inside, Famous Ribbon moving up quickly. Just the leader is fourth, trying to gain outside Big Caney. Over halfway home, a Trace of Eagle has the advantage, but a Famous Ribbon making big noise on the inside. It's down to these two. A Trace of Eagle digging in and fending off a Trace of Eagle. A Trace of Eagle had a great start and then had to really fight to get the victory in the Remington Championship Challenge, fending off a Famous Ribbon at the end. A Trace of Eagle was the lukewarm wagering favorite, paying $6 for the win, owned by Bella Vista Farms, Ocala, Illinois. Eddie Lee Willis, the trainer. Hasil Soto, the winning jockey. A Trace of Eagle bred in Oklahoma by the Mixer Ranch. It was the first win in the AQHA Remington Park Championship Challenge for all of the connections of a Trace of Eagle. Second was a Famous Ribbon. Number 4, Pretty Live, was third. Trials competition will dominate the upcoming week at Remington Park. Thursday and Friday, April 11th and 12th, will feature trials for the Remington Park Futurity. Then Saturday, April 13th, trials on hand for the Remington Park Derby and Remington Park Oaks. All of the trials for Oklahoma breds. First race Thursday through Saturday at 6 p.m., Sunday, April 14th at 4 p.m. Another quick reminder, Extreme Race Day takes place Sunday, April 21st. The first race is at 4 p.m. Please arrive earlier to avoid the traffic jams. At Remington Park in Oklahoma City, I'm Dale Day. Now back to Sportscene.
And we'll see you right back here next week on Oklahoma Sportscene here from the Wee Street Ice Center. Remember the show's seen on Wednesday, Friday at 10:30, Saturday 11 o'clock statewide on Cox Channel 3 in Tulsa and 93 in Oklahoma City. Next week, looking ahead to wrap up the Masters Golf Tournament, the first of the major golf tournaments. Also, we're talking about spring football events, including the University of Tulsa, just wrapping up their spring practices. We'll also feature Oklahoma State University's equestrian team. Just won their 10th overall Big 12 championship, their 4th in a row. We'll have their coach on with us from Stillwater. And, of course, a lot of other specials coming up, all on Oklahoma Sports Scene next week. Join us then. Until then, as we always remind you, be a good sport.